Okay, so welcome back. I've been attempting this a bit. I've just had 2 attempts at chimes. Now I'm failing to even get up the rock, apparently. And they've both been a lot worse than my initial attempt, which is really depressing considering I have leveled up since then. But I'm confident I can win. I just have to get a small amount of luck, just enough luck that allows my attacks to actually hit my opponents. And I should theoretically be fine after that. If I can just, be allowed to damage the things I'm attacking. That's all I'm really asking for here. This game is so cripplingly, aggressively harsh when it comes to hit chances and things like that. It seems like it doesn't take much at all for all your attacks to just be useless. I don't really know how it happens. I don't know if it's something to do with the defense stat in the game. I don't know if it's to do with the speed stat in the game. I don't know the calculations in it at all. What I do know is that it's been going quite bad for me. And I really don't want it to continue going quite bad for me. This one isn't off to too bad a start, but honestly, the starting 3 aren't really the issue here. I did sort of dabble in my last attempt with just holding on the starting 3 and getting my aging stacks up on Bulbasaur and Woobat. But that, as you can see, that doesn't really work. I need to get rid of that skeleton quickly because even though it's not a threat as far as pure numbers are concerned, it does seem to be very good at stacking up debuffs, which is something I can't allow to happen, or else I will just lose in the long run. This should be it dead though. Yeah, good. So the lion's next. The lion is by far the tankiest of the 3, well, of all 4 of their threats. I don't really count the wisp and the ghost as threats. They are definitely adding a lot to their team, but they're not the things that are really killing me, is the thing. But yeah, the lion's the one that takes the most getting through. I'm going to be beating on this for probably 4 or 5 turns, I imagine. And then I'll just be sort of worn down to the point where the eagle can come in and just explode me with its ridiculous damage. But, we'll see how it goes. If I can try and keep myself somewhat topped up during this phase. It's proving more and more difficult, especially with this guy dropping level 3 firestorms, but that's rough. That is rough. I'm just gonna have to let Woobat go down, which I really don't want to do right now, but because I need the damage from him. Oh, come on, don't miss. Don't just miss everything and then do no damage when you do hit. Yeah, Woobat's dead this turn for sure. Oh yeah, they just really wanted to add insult to injury there. He would have died from the firestorm and the burn ticks. But that's fine. What I'm going to do, even though I need the damage out, I'm going to play a stalling game here. This might be a dumb move. It very, very possibly could be a dumb move. I'm not going to deny it. I don't really have a follow-up to that sentence either. I'm just admitting that it's dumb what I'm doing. Because I need the damage against the lion is the thing, but also I need to... Look at that, that's miserable. And I do also need to just not get killed. And the problem with both Quillfish and Ghastly is they are both very fragile. Ghastly more so than Quillfish, but both of them are very capable of going down very quickly if something goes even remotely wrong. As is Execute to a degree, but less so than those, and at least he's keeping the others alive while he's up. I want to try to remove some of these buffs so that maybe the gods will shine upon me and I can actually hit with Guyball. There we go, there we go. That is a little bit better. I think it is defense that is affecting my chance to hit. I think that's how that stat works. Because removing 2 stacks of it just seemed to make my life a lot easier there. We'll see though. Playing a lot more offensively, I've noticed this time around. I mean, they haven't really had much need to heal, I suppose, but the ghost thing at the back usually is a lot more focused on healing and shielding and stuff. Not so much today, though. Those weren't really the stats I wanted to get rid of. I am slowly chipping it down, but... There go 2 of my poison stacks. Those were sort of the only way I was getting damage through at the moment. It's fine, it's fine. It's worth noting as well that obviously Bulbasaur is now up to 8 aging stacks, which means he's going to take a lot less damage and actually maybe be able to deal some damage at some point as well. Between his 59 charge stacks and, well, 9 aging stacks now. He might eventually become a force to be reckoned with. I might have to just blow his load proverbially on the bird when that comes out. Assuming we get to that point. I'm still sort of struggling here at the moment, but I don't think, and this might be famous last words, but I don't think they're able to do much to me right now. Maybe if they were to focus fire on execute, for example, they could make a bit of a mess of me, but they don't seem willing to do that, which is honestly super good for me right now. Yeah, keep cleansing, firing. Keep going with that. How many buffs can it realistically have, right? Gotta get rid of them all eventually. Sooner or later, I've got to plough through them all. We got him down to half health, look at that. Remember when he came out and I was like, oh yeah, this will probably take about 5 turns. I think that was this attempt I said that. Yeah, not so much, turns out. Not so much. Double that would still probably be a bit generous. I'm pretty good at keeping the old team up at the moment though. Pretty happy with how this is going at least. The 2 healer strategy is absolutely playing lame, but sometimes you gotta play lame to win. And this is kind of one of those fights. Not sure I made any difference to his health there. Chipped it down, healed it back up. But at least he hasn't actively recovered anything. Bulbasaur shields like, he's pretty impenetrable right now. Which is super good to see. I almost want to attack with him just because there's not really any need to heal, but I want to save those attack charges. I built them up for a reason. Kill it. Fuck yeah. Yeah, stripping debuffs from things. Actually super useful. Stripping buffs from things, I mean, not debuffs. I need to focus on that more, I think. It's kind of the best thing that Execute does for this team. I mean, he's a great healer, he does more healing than Bulbasaur, but being able to remove stuff that is making my life miserable is so helpful. Okay, yeah. This turn, that's a guaranteed kill. Fuck it, I'll take it. Oh, it would have been a guaranteed kill if, yeah, if the game felt like letting me, but still, that was good damage out of my boy Bulbasaur. So much so that I can get a guarantee. It won't actually kill because he'll resurrect, but I think if I single targeted him, he'd still resurrect anyway, so I might as well just shred here. Get a bit of chip damage on the other two. The bird will resurrect, but then we can definitely kill it next turn, I would hope. You'll note it also has aging, which is sort of the big problem with this thing. Because it starts off doing good damage, and within a few turns it is doing absurd damage. I mean, look at that. Entire shield bar just gone in an instant. That's the move the fucker used to do like 8k damage to me a couple of fights ago. Which we absolutely do not want to happen again. Yeah, we're going to guarantee a kill on it. Get Cleansing Flame on, even if it's just a bit of chip damage, it's going to remove that buff, and now we clean up. Okay, this is looking real good, this attempt. This is looking real good. We've lost 1, they've lost 3. They're 2 support monsters, poisoned and having a generally pretty bad time of things. Just got to get through that wolf, who is very much an all-rounder. He's tankier than the bird, but more damaging than the lion. He might even get Execute dead this turn if he's... Yeah, okay. That's fine. That's fine, honestly. It's not good, but it's fine. We'll make do. I'm thinking... Oh, he's weak to Quillfish. Fuck yeah, we'll get Quillfish out here. This is where sort of my healing strategy starts to fail me, I think, because I don't have it. This should do some serious damage to it, though. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. Now finish it with claws, please. Kill it before it can just ruin me. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Keeping Quillfish to this point is what has won me this, honestly. Because normally I would have swapped Quillfish in earlier and he just would have got killed stupidly against the bird or the lion, but playing the Storley game earlier has allowed me to remove the lion when it's the biggest threat. And I believe this is victory now. Don't get me wrong, the 2 remaining monsters are not to be underestimated and are perfectly capable of doing some damage. I might lose Quillfish. But I think we're good. I think we're good. Whew. Hell yeah. And no one even leveled up. That's miserable. A reward though. Haha. You broke my winning streak, you blob, you grumlicker. Those are words. I might start using grumlicker. It sounds like a good insult. I don't know what it means, but I'm a big fan. The other familiars. Those sparks hovering in the air, I can sense their essence. I guess I have to give those back now. Or do I? Or are they going to Marduk? Am I going to have to fight them again? What happened? They left for the room above us. Did you really think we'd risk losing the familiars at this point, right as the Master is about to seize control? If you have any decency left in your bones, I command you to tell us what just happened. Why don't you just go to the next room and see for yourself? I've stolen enough of your time already. Let's go. Something very wrong is taking place here. The Master is waiting for you. The Master is clearly going to have the 3 spectral familiars and then another 3 incredibly dangerous monsters as well. He's going to be like Chimes Plus, and I am terrified of that. But I guess... Hang on. Real quick. Okay. Wait a minute. Before we go blindly charging into the fight against Marduk, I want to get Quillfish to level 39. It's a bit of a break in the flow, a bit of an anticlimax at this point, but it's important. I would actually... I mean, I'm assuming Marduk is the final fight, right? It seems very unlikely there's going to be any more beyond that. It would be super nice to have the whole team at level 40 for that. Because even if 40 isn't the max level, I can't honestly say one way or another. But even if it's not, I definitely get something good at 40, right? There's going to be a very cool ability awaiting me at 40 of some sort. it would mean more grinding. But not too much more grinding, right? I think we're pretty close. We're pretty damn close to max. Like, aside from Quillfish, I think most of the party are like halfway through 39. Oh. I don't know. It's a tough decision for little old me. I'm kind of just waiting to see how much experience I get from this, honestly. That was sort of base. If it's only going to be like, I don't know, 3 or 4 fights to get everyone to max level, I feel like it'll be worth doing. If it's going to be more like 10, maybe not. At least not before we, you know, have a shot at the boss and see just how difficult he is. That was probably a bad move. I don't think the poison and burn will actually kill that, will it? Oh, it did. Touche. Costs are super weak to burn damage because they're bad against fire. That's the sort of thing we don't seem to stumble into. That's the sort of luck we don't seem to have against other trainers. We never seem to find monsters who are like super weak against burn or poison anymore. There's no easy wins from that. Don't get me wrong, burn and poison are still great. Even if they resist the damage, burn and poison are still great, but they're not quite as immediately. Okay, yeah, that's going to be quite a lot of fights to get everyone up to 40. We're not going to do that. Not until we've at least got our asses kicked once. So let's give that a go, shall we? Let's real quickly spend this remaining point. Don't know where I'm putting it. Haven't really thought. Oh yeah, I do actually. It's going right here. Right. What you got then, Marduk? Uh-oh. 1 orb left to fill, huh? As I expected, you made it past my minions. No matter. Chimes and Zozimos fulfilled their purpose as planned. The other familiars. They're captured inside these orbs. What is this place? Welcome to the Sanctuary Genesis. Consider yourself lucky, Digiflow. You'll witness the creation of a new sanctuary. After the first monster keepers used their familiars to create this monster sanctuary, they created this chamber, the Sanctuary Genesis. Whoever holds the power over the Sanctuary Genesis may reshape the monster sanctuary and rewrite its rules. Have you ever wondered about the peculiarities of the world you live in? The sanctuary is its own world that was created for the sole purpose of preservation. Nothing inside the sanctuary can ever truly perish. All is preserved indefinitely. When I came to the sanctuary, I noticed that time passes differently in the sanctuary. One can also tell by observing the stars. Monster keepers that were born here and travelled to the old world for a short time are unable to tell the difference, but I could. This led me to believe that if the sanctuary was created as its own self-contained world, the first keepers must have left behind tools to take control of it if required, and I was right. Of course, they hid it behind several security measures: the key of power, the sanctuary tokens, the spectral familiars, the bloodlines. And yet, I have broken into the Sanctuary Genesis, and we now stand on the cusp of a new sanctuary. It shall be known that I, the leader of the exiled order of alchemists, used the great art of alchemy to take complete control over the sanctuary. What do you plan to do with our sanctuary? I shall use it to take revenge on the old world. I shall use it not only to create our order, not only to restore our order to its former glory, but to herald a new era, the conquest of the entire world through alchemy. Who knows, if I study the magic of the Sanctuary Genesis long enough, I might even find ways to unravel and reshape the old world as well. Aren't you immortal, dude? How long do you need to study? All thanks to the power of the spectral familiars, which have gone unused for centuries. But you're still missing one familiar, Marduk. You don't have the power of the first keepers yet. This is true. The final spectral familiar still needs to take its place. Therefore, we shall fight for the fate of the sanctuary and the entire world. So he doesn't have the familiars. He does, however, have some dangerous motherfuckers. The dragons, of course, are big threats, weak to physical, which is nice against my team, but all very capable of doing huge numbers. The Sutsune, not so much a big damaging threat, but definitely very tanky. We'll probably leave that alone. Both the Asura and the Mad Eye, of course, are also capable of putting out big numbers. I think we get rid of the Mad Eye first, and then see what's more dangerous out of the Asura, and whichever dragon comes first. Seems sensible to me, at least. Gonna stick to usual strategies, of course. Maybe if I find that we need more burst damage at the beginning, I'll swap to Ghastly instead of Geibel, so we can just absolutely nuke the Mad Eye with magic. But for now, for this attempt, I think this is a pretty good bet. Okay, he's got some nasty buffs. We can remove the buffs with Execute, but that would mean getting Execute out here. The Asura, of course, doing big numbers. The Mad Eye actually didn't do much. I didn't even really pay attention to what it did. I'm honestly not going to lie to you. Appeared to apply some debuffs to me, I think. The Asura, I think, might be the bigger threat than the Mad Eye, honestly, but we know how easy it is to kill a Mad Eye, so on that basis alone. Plus the fact it has aging, so we don't want it to stick around for too long. Okay, he's buffing. That is the... I've not fought all three dragons yet, I've only fought two of them, but this was the one that was capable of the bigger numbers of the two, out of the blue one and the red one, I think. But I don't think it's as threatening as the Asura, honestly. I think the Asura goes next. If we've got anything that can hit it good, I mean, we can fuck up the buff monster in the middle, but I do not want them to have 3 damages out at once. Resists Ignite, so I guess we'll Spore this fucker. Oh, we could probably kill the dragons really easy though, because they're weak to physical. Or maybe not really easy, but a lot easier than the Asura. Whatever. We're committed now. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Are we already at that point in the fight? Have we already achieved the levels of me being completely incapable of hitting my opponents? Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I'm tempted to switch gears here. No, no. Stay on course. Stay the course. That's fine. This is gonna hurt. But it went into Geibel, thankfully, who can take a bit of a beating. That's gonna be the end of Bulbasaur. Okay, yeah, we need to kill that dragon quicker. This is the recon fight, alright? This isn't me expecting a victory first attempt. Considering that though, it's not going too badly, I don't think. It's going to go a lot worse as soon as Execute dies, of course, but for now, actually doing okay. We've traded 2 for 1 so far. Oh, not quite yet. Now we've traded 2 for 1. This fucker's going to come out and buff, that's fine. This is going to kill something. Yeah, it's surprising. Genuinely surprising he lasted as long as he did there. Woobat. But we can swap in 2 physical monsters now. Which actually puts me in a pretty good position. Not a super good position, but a pretty good position against these fucking dragons. We have to kill this one, right? was kind of thinking I'd focus the new ones that come in before they could get buffs up, but this one is hitting so hard. I can't let it keep doing what it's doing. Yeah, that one's nowhere near as bad. He just did that. That just happened. You don't see Gaibel get one shot very often. You really don't. In fact, never, I think, would be the correct turn of phrase there. Okay, this is dumb. A dumb... No, I can't do that. I can't do it. I need to keep healing. Come on, at least get a poison stack on him. Fuck. Really needed that. Gonna shield, but I don't think it's gonna do much. I think we've lost it. It's really annoying to lose Gaibel like that. I really didn't think... Just look at the numbers that thing does. It is absurd how much damage that dragon does. I mean, this one too, apparently, to be fair. Yeah, I think I choose forfeit. It never happened. You never saw anything. Okay, okay. Do we go in with a new plan? Do we have... We got a reward box level 4, that could be helpful. A Targo egg, sure. And a question mark egg? What are you? Oh. Don't need that. It can be called plague egg. What I was going to look at was food. I want to see if I can get... We don't have any good max health food, do we? No. Okay, not really much we can do there then. Okay, what I'm going to do... Going to go again. I know my priority targets now. We'll see if trying to focus down the absolute nuclear weapon of a dragon makes any difference to this at all. Thing is, I'm higher level than him now. You know what I mean? He's only 38, I'm 39. I actually have technically the stronger team. But none of my monsters have ever hit for the kind of numbers that dragon does. Or the other dragon for that matter, they're both absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how they get so much damage out of them. I mean, admittedly I don't have one of those dragons, maybe its base stats are just that high. But I don't know, it just seems fucking ridiculous to me. Seems outside the realms of possibility. What I'm saying is the CPU cheats, and anytime I lose it's because I'm fighting a cheater and not because I'm bad at the game. That's all I'm really saying. We're going to leave the Asura up. I think the dragons are all more dangerous. The Asura is super dangerous, don't get me wrong, but the dragons are all worse. At least the first two. I've not fought the last one yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be similar. I mean, that's a lot of damage, a lot of bleed stacks, but it's not an immediate one-shot, so, you know. There's a world of difference. A world of fucking difference. Right, what we're gonna do to it then? I kind of want to try and burn it with Ignite, but that actually does less damage than Spore does, so just from a pure damage perspective. Plus, all my attacks have just a chance to apply random debuffs anyway, so... Kill it. Murder it. Just crit out the arse. That's fucking beautiful. That's what we like to see. Not got it this turn, but next turn that thing should go down. So the Asura is just going to slowly become more and more of a threat on the back there. It's just gaining a bunch of buffs and stuff. But better that than one of the dragons, honestly. Oh, it's burned. Do we shred? It's burned and poisoned. It should die from that. Fuck it, I'm gambling. Hell yeah. This thing's buffing on the first turn as it did last time. That's good. That's good. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want them to have more buffs, but it means I get a turn of sort of recovery time, I guess. Although not, because the Asura, again, is still genuinely super dangerous. Although we're getting to the point where so is Bulbasaur, which is very nice. Very nice to see indeed. Just gotta keep up the pressure. Keep up the damage. I want to sort of try and play more defensively, but I don't think I can in this fight. His monsters are too dangerous and they stack buffs too quickly. Just need to get them off the field before they start ending me. I mean, look, even that thing's starting to become a threat now. Which was not expected at all. Come on, big crits, big crits. I want to see this thing die this turn. Yes? No, it doesn't have any damaging debuffs. That's a shame. We'll get it next turn. I expect. I can't imagine they've got anything. Like, even if they kill my entire team, I can't imagine I won't be able to finish that next turn. Oh shit, that's Bulbasaur down though. That's not what I wanted at all. Not even slightly what I wanted. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, good, 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 good. That puts us 3 for 1. Still no guarantees of anything, but definitely a positive position to be in. Don't you fucking dare. Oh, fuck. Okay, suddenly we're in a negative position again. An incredibly negative position. 3 for 3, but there's a scarier. Okay. Alright. What do we do? Gotta keep himself alive. Getting rid of those debuffs seems like a really smart move right now. We also need to get rid of this motherfucker, evidently. Poison, please. Preferably multiple poison. 1 is a start though. I'll take 1. That's only level 2, that shouldn't be too bad. Bad, but not too bad. Okay. Now what is this doing? Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. Well, that's a loss. I wasn't expecting the last dragon to somehow be even more dangerous than the first one. I didn't know that would actually be possible. But it's managed it. It's managed it. I mean, I lose this turn. There's no two ways about it. This is it. This is over. Oh no. Oh no. Look at that. I get, actually, he's got 14 bleed stacks. He's dead anyway. Oh, holding in there. Do you think I can turn this around in 1 turn? Those dragons. Who decided those were okay? Okay. Alright, here's the plan. First off, I would very much like to get to level 40. It's going to mean grinding, which is unfortunate, admittedly. But I think we're gonna need whatever we have access to at level 40 to win this. Having the level edge on them means nothing when those dragons are just able to one-shot anything. I honestly don't think hitting level 40 stat-wise is going to make a huge change to that. I think I'll probably still be very much one-shottable, but I'm hoping the abilities we get at level 40 will give me something here. Stat-wise, we're going to have to look into maybe upgrading some more gear. I don't know if I've got much that will help me with that. I do think I have some craft boxes I've not opened yet, which should give me access to some stronger materials. But I think we are under-geared, I would say. I can only assume that's what the problem is, because it couldn't possibly be me, no. You know what I mean, though? Like, it's the stat gulf seems massive, so I can only assume they have absurdly good gear equipped. Unless, as I say, those dudes are just absurdly broken, which is possible, because, I mean, Guybal's absurdly broken, and those are all presumably evolved forms of Guybal. I really wish I knew how to evolve him. I mean, we've not picked up anything new since that could help me evolve him. That's just not been a thing we found. Might be a thing we get as a reward for one of the side quests we've not done. That maybe if we get all the seashells, we'll get an evolution item for Guybal as a result or something. I don't know though. Or maybe just ranking up as keeper, eventually evolution items start appearing in the shops or something. But for that we need to fight more champions, and to fight more champions we need to have access to more champions, which we don't have. I know it's weird because I've been seeing those dragons as wild monsters for a while now, right? We first ran into them in the magma caves. We fought the blue one as a champion monster. In fact, we might have fought the other one as a champion monster as well, and I'm just forgetting. That's starting to ring a bell now that I think about it. Another Darnation egg. I don't know. We've seen them for a while, and it's weird that we just haven't had access to them ourselves yet. That seems weird to me, anyway. That's my opinion on the matter. Maybe they are just like a post-game thing, and you just have to sort of accept the fact that your opponents are stronger than you for the entire game. But that seems a bit mean, honestly. That seems a bit heartless and cruel. I can't imagine a nice game like Monster Sanctuary would do such a thing to me. We've got along so well, aside from all the times it's brutally kicked my ass. I'm a little bit worried that my team is just, like, badly composed. That some of the monsters I'm using just aren't good enough for this fight, and if that's the case, it's a bit lame, honestly. Like, I think I've always enjoyed about Pokemon is just the sort of freedom to just use your favourites if you want. I mean, obviously you're not going to win a competitive Pokemon tournament or whatever if you use whatever you feel like, but you know, just for the playthroughs of the game, you can use what you want and win with your favourites, and it's very wholesome and stuff. But with this game, I don't know, it does feel like you sort of have to min-max a bit more, which I'm not a big fan of in games in general, honestly. That's why I don't play a lot of multiplayer stuff. And when I do play multiplayer, I play super fucking casually. Like, I've got quite a few hours clocked in Paladins, but like when I'm playing Paladins, I do not care if I win or lose. I really don't. I have a fun time playing, and obviously it's nice to score that fat dub. But if I lose the game, I'm not gonna fucking care if I go down from, I don't know, gold 2 to gold 3 or whatever. You know, it's not like I am a competitive player at all, and that's why min-maxing sort of rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. I'm just there to have fun with the game. I don't feel like I should have to be forced down one specific path in order to do well at it. You know what I mean? That's just me, though. Obviously, everyone's entitled to play the way they want. No judgments on people who do like to min-max, but I don't know, I think I'm more of like the Dungeons and Dragons school of gamer, you know? I'm there for the experience rather than seeing my numbers go up. There's a lot of, I have read a bit about like the psychology of video games and like what drives people to play them and stuff, and I believe there's like 4 schools for like what's the word I want? Well, drives, I guess, motivations for gamers, and you're generally primarily led by one of them. I'm trying to remember what they are now. There's like social elements is one. Some people just play games because they enjoy games, you know, enjoy playing with friends and having something to do with friends. I fall into that one quite a lot as well, honestly. Which is sort of why I started this channel, funnily enough, because it just sort of gives me an excuse to chat shit about a game I'm enjoying, you know. Then there's like exploration gamers, I guess, ones who really get into the lore and the story and the world and just want to really like be consumed into a different experience than their own, you know. Then you got your competitive driven people, the people who want to succeed, who want to see numbers go bigger, who want to you know, just generally do as good at the game as they possibly can. I'm really trying to remember what the 4th school is. It's not coming to me right now. It's the whole thing. You can look it up. There's a dude who did like a bunch of research into it, and it's a whole like he's written books about it and stuff. It's actually quite interesting if you're into that sort of nerdy shit. Let's see what's in my craft boxes. Stuff. More stuff. I don't even know what anything is, so I'm just opening them all. I'm not going to look at what they are. All that matters to me is whether I can actually upgrade the items when it comes to that. And speaking of, I'm going to hand over some eggs as well, because I get rewards for that. Big potion. I mean, that is another thing as well, I suppose. I could finally just accept that I need to use healing items in this game. I do have self-imposed problems on myself, but a lot of the problem is just that, like, the problems I'm having now, right, is that I'm getting one shot. Healing isn't going to help with that. You know what I mean? Although I suppose if I am just sort of on the back foot, like Bulbasaur isn't able to keep up the healing one turn, then maybe just throwing a potion instead would be sensible. Impact ring +4, Sun Pendant, defense +5, crit chance +2, shield self for 30 when receiving above. That's not very good. And another drum. Okay, yeah, no new items worth using, I don't think. But maybe we can upgrade some stuff. That seems worth investing in. Okay, 5 is the max level. Yeah, it's probably worth getting your thing to +5 so you can do more damage. I'm not sure that's the best item for him to be equipped, actually. I might have to look into that. What have you guys got equipped? Is that good? It's not really, is it? Shells and coats and shit. To be fair, coats are pretty good, but I'm sure I've got a higher level one kicking about. Let's just see real quick what we can swap that that scroll for. 100 defense would be quite nice. Is there anything that's just like a bunch of HP though? Oh, defense and health on the hide, yeah, for sure. How about you, Quillfish? What have you got equipped at the moment? Damage, damage, damage. Yeah, you need more health, dude. It's got 5k, actually. That's more than... Okay, it's barely more than Woobat, actually. It's not that impressive an amount. Ghastly still only got 4881 despite having 2 health items equipped. He's so fucking fragile. And like his magic stat is lower than Woobat's, despite, you know, having such low health, so it's not like he compensates for it in other areas. Does have a lot more defense, I suppose. I don't know, it's too late to be thinking about switching the team up, but it is a little bit disheartening. Again, I just can't just use my favourites and win. I guess that's, as I say, different type of game though, isn't it? Different type of game. Is there anything else we could possibly do to improve our odds here? Anything at all? Not really. Let's just in case. Just in case. Nah, just the cocoon and magical clay. We've not got anything that's going to be useful for evolving. Okay. So it looks like the goal now is to grind to level 40. Hooray. Gotta love some grinding, don't you? Gotta love a bit of the old grinding. I'm not really sure how long this video has been going now, considering I've been recording longer than what I'll be keeping, you know what I mean? I might wrap up pretty quickly, grind to level 40 off camera, and then there's no fucking enemies, what the fuck? And come back for the final fight next time. That might be sensible. That might be sensible. I'll just do one more fight. Just one more fight. You can just enjoy my presence for a little bit longer. And yes, I'm not sure whether I said enjoy or endure either there, but I think they're both pretty appropriate. Seriously though, where are the enemies? There's fucking finally. I know there's been a lot of trainer fights in the upper areas of this tower, but you know, we could have perhaps seen 1 or 2 enemies, perhaps, maybe, perhaps. Get burned. All of you get burned. 2 of them. I'll take it. I'll take 2. Just went quiet there because I said I'll take 2 and it got me thinking about It Takes Two. That's that co-op platformer game that came out this year. I'm really annoyed that I haven't had a chance to play that, because I think that could potentially have been one of my games of the year this year. It did look very cool. Did some very fun. It seemed to be a game that's just sort of stripped things back to basics. You know, it did basic platforming. That seems like it played pretty well. Obviously, I've not played it, so I can't comment exactly. But it seemed pretty intuitive and everything. And then just added like fun, spicy mechanics on each level that made the gameplay really interesting. So I like that sort of design philosophy. It's nuts that it's made by the same people who made that other co-op only game. Is it called No Way Out or something like that? No Way Out is a wrestling PPV. I don't know if that's that's what I'm thinking of. It's called something like that though. The one with the prison break, which honestly looked really boring. Had big shit. What are they called? Oh, my brain's gone. Indigo Prophecy and Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human and all those games. I've forgotten what the bloody studio who makes them are called. But yeah, the previous game to It Takes Two reminded me a lot of those, which isn't really a compliment because I think those games are just a bit... They're like bad movies. They're like B movies that you play. and this is coming from someone who loves a narrative game. I've got no problem with the game's mechanics being stripped back to favour the story, but if the story is also bad, then what are you left with? You know, that's just my input on those games. Again, if you enjoy them, good for you. You just got bad taste. I don't know where I'm going. I said I was going to wrap up after that fight, but I've just gone and started another one as I was speaking. What a fool I am. What a fool. We'll do this one and then I'll leave you in peace. Yeah, next time we meet, there'll be a nice team of level 40s. You'll get to see where I'm putting my points and everything. It'll be a fun time. Potentially. A potentially fun time. And isn't that all we really want in life? Deep down, aren't we really looking for just something that is potentially fun, maybe, perhaps? Can you fuck off with your heals and your debuff removing? That was my fucking win condition you just took away. Why have you got to be this way? It's crazy, because every time I'm fighting a wild monster or a trainer monster or whatever, and it does some ridiculous shit, I'm like, oh, that's really broken, I might have to get one of them on my team, and then I'll catch one of them and I'll look at it and go, yeah, but it's not actually that good. So how are they doing all this? How are they pulling this shit off? What's their secret? I demand to know the secrets. And no secrets come. I'll say I'm a big fan of the concept of aging in this game, though. How you get older just for the encounter you're currently dealing with, and then afterwards you revert to your younger self. If only real life was so generous. Fortunately, real life's a prick. That's just something we have to accept. Gonna kill it? The poison will if you don't, but it'll be really nice to see you do some fucking work, Geibel. Thank you. As my designated damage guy, it would be nice if you could do some fucking damage. Okay, okay. I think that's a pretty good wrapping up point. I will, yeah. I've already said what I will do between now and next time, so yeah, bye.